everybody, it's Stacy with As the Tea Brews. Today I'm heading out to a women's tea party, and it is all about women's businesses and interacting with other women in the local area. So I'm super excited to be talking about tea and making the hot tea for the event. Let's go along together and check it out. This was the beautiful setup by the event coordinator. She has these really fun low tables and so many beautiful teacups. She did an absolutely fabulous job. So here are the little tea bags that I put together to give to everybody at the event. And I had a huge pile of them, as you can see, and I'll tell you about them in a bit. This is the little gift table where we had gifts for everybody to take home. And this was my tea station, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that also. So it has now been a couple of weeks since the tea party. We had a great big family vacation with my mom and my sister's family right afterwards, and then we got a new puppy. Her name is Mabel. She's sleeping on my lap right now, but I promise to show you when she wakes up or at the end of the video, whichever one comes first. And she is at the end of my iced tea video. If you saw that one, then you will know, but she is a liver and tan miniature schnauzer, and she is just so cute. She is so cute. So we are busy trying to potty train her and teach her some basic commands and stuff. And so I have not filmed this, so I do not remember all of the details from the party, but here essentially is what we did. It was a women's tea party for women to get to know each other and also kind of showcase women's owned businesses. And so I had contacted Lindsay from the NecessiTeas and asked her if she was interested in participating, and she very kindly donated a big bag of cotton candy for me to brew and serve at the tea party. And I didn't get paid for any of this. I just did it for free because I love tea, and it just sounded like something fun to do. And so she sent me cotton candy to brew, and then she also sent me a bunch of the little samples of herbal teas. Most of them were the strawberry rose champagne tea, but there were a few grandma's apple strudel and cotton candies mixed in to the batch. And then what I did is I put it in a plastic cellophane type bag, and I added some about 3, I think maybe, paper tea filters and her business card. And then I also added a little card with how to brew their loose tea and a little thing about me, just so if they had any questions, I would love for them to come and follow and visit. And if you are a new subscriber, or if you are watching this and I met you at that tea party, comment below, because I am trying to remember all of the teas that we shared together and that you guys really loved, and I cannot remember them all. So please, I hope you comment below. And if you don't even remember the teas, just say hi. Just tell me hi in the comments. Okay, so I brewed the cotton candy and I put it in a big tea press, and so they could serve themselves. And the tea party was absolutely beautiful. After I finish talking here, I will insert some pictures and short videos of how the event coordinator decorated, and it was just beautiful and amazing, and she really does a fantastic job. And so she donated all of her own time and supplies for this party, and I think it was a beautiful little event, and I think it was really well received by the people who came, and everybody who was there seemed genuinely interested in doing it again also. So it was a lot of fun. So I brewed a big thing of cotton candy, and then I wanted to brew something with a little caffeine, but that had some flavor. But I also only wanted to bring teas that I had from women-owned businesses. And so I brought some Old Barrel Tea Company teas also, as well as some Dessert by Deb teas and the loose leaf. I'm trying to remember what else I brought. Those were the main ones that I brought. I think I brought a couple from One Love Tea. So for big pitchers, I did the cotton candy, and then I had a bigger serving pitcher of this one from Old Barrel Tea Company. And this is a blend of Winter Cabin and Vanilla Rooibos. And so it was a pu'er and a Rooibos. And Winter Cabin's one of my favorite teas from them. And this was a blend that they did in one of their monthly subscription boxes. And it was just the perfect amount to make like my large pitcher of hot tea for that. And I did cotton candy and this one both hot. It just was easier that way. I made them at home and over, several batches in the biggest steepers that I had. And then I brought them to stay hot in those containers, and then had them at the serving station, and I'll insert a picture of that. And then I set up a little table, and I will also show you that in the video in a little bit. I'll try maybe to insert some pictures here and there if I am able to. But at my little station, I just had a table, and then I had some instructions that I typed up, how to brew tea, some tips and tricks kind of thing, what temperatures to do. I had some information about tea benefits, and then I brought quite a few different teas and a few different little steepers, my favorite ways to steep tea, including, of course, my little Kinto teapot. But we ended up mostly doing a couple of the bigger teapots that I had, like my Teavana teapot, which I absolutely love, but it's, we can't do the Teavana stuff anymore because they went out of business a long time ago. But that teapot, and then I had another one that we used a lot also, maybe the little For Life teapots. I can show you guys that in another video. If you're interested in some of my favorite teapots, let me know in the comments below, and I will add that to my ever-growing list of ideas for videos. But both the hot teas that I served were gone by the end of the party. And then throughout the party, people would kind of come over to my table, and then we would talk about the teas, how to brew them, what their interests were. Do they drink tea? Do they not drink tea? And then I would just let them pick which teas they wanted us to brew. And so I had my hot water steepers there, and we would just heat up some water and brew some tea, and then try it and talk about it. And we just kind of stood in this circle, brewing different teas and saying which ones we liked, and talking about our lives and tea and jobs and just everything. And it was a lot of fun, and I have not talked that much for that long in quite a while. And I was definitely very tired afterwards because it was a lot of energy talking about tea, but I also feel like it energized me just to be able to share my love of tea with all these women who came to the event. And so I had a great time. The only teas that I could remember that were kind of the ones that we drank that they absolutely loved were they were both white teas. The two that I remember people mostly really enjoying, orange glazed cranberry scone from the NecessiTeas, one of my favorite teas. And so I know that this one was really popular. We brewed a couple pots of this one. And then also we brewed up a couple pots of the white peach from Old Barrel Tea Company. And everybody really, really liked this one as well. And so I feel like the white tea kind of fruity flavors were really popular, which kind of makes sense with like a lighter lunch and kind of in the afternoon. Those teas feel very tea party-ish to me. And so we did brew up some other teas. I just can't remember which ones and which ones they loved. They didn't not like anything, but they definitely had their preferences. And so during some of the lulls, I would, if I had some pots, I would kind of walk around and see if anybody else wanted to try some. And I felt like a little waitress, but it was a lot of fun. And there was one person who asked about matcha, and I did happen to bring some matcha. And I had my kind of ceremonial bowl and whisk, and we brewed up some matcha real quick and had that. And not very many people were brave enough to try that one, but a couple did. And the ones who did actually liked it. I think maybe they had a previous experience with matcha, so they kind of knew what to expect. But that was kind of the main idea of the tea party. Everybody ate food, decorated hats, talked about tea, talked about themselves, got to know people, and it was a lot of fun. So I want to share a picture of everybody who came, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert that right now. But at the very end of the party, we got together all in one spot, and we kind of posed for this picture, and it just felt very like, I don't know, we kind of felt like this little tea family. And so I really enjoyed the event, and I'm thankful that I got the chance to participate in it. I hope you guys enjoy the slideshow and video that I'm gonna go ahead and insert. So here's the beverage table. We had lemonade and of course hot tea and some sweeteners that they could use if they wanted. And this was my little corner of tea. It was kind of a mess, but it worked out okay. This was a little table that we had some giveaways, and when I filmed this, we didn't have everything there yet. There were a few other items, and then she had quite a few people register for the event. Not everybody showed up, but she had this table that was a higher table, and you can see that she had 3 large lower tables as well that you would sit on pillows. So Joy really has such a good eye for decorating. Her decorations and tea sets and everything was just absolutely beautiful and perfect. She really has a great eye for event planning and decorating. This was the food table, and unfortunately none of it was gluten-free, so I did not get to sample any of it, but it all looked amazing and everybody seemed to enjoy it. I don't want to forget to show you guys Mabel, but she is asleep. She's asleep on my lap, so she's probably, oh, hi babies. Here's Mabel. Hi. Are you sleeping, baby? She was asleep, but she's this cutest little fluffy girl, and we absolutely love her so much. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you next time. Bye.